Born into a famous Hollywood family, Bleu Travolta is making her own way as an actor, singer, and model, while honoring her parents' legacies. Ella has dabbled in acting, but she has a passion for fashion. In September 2022, she attended a New York Fashion Week event in support of the Cara Loves Carl collection. Of course, Ella's dad, John Travolta, took to Instagram to praise his daughter for her first time on the Fashion Week red carpet, writing, "So proud of Ella's debut at Fashion Week in New York City." That same week, Ella attended a Kate Spade presentation in a lacy white, short-sleeved top and matching midi skirt, which she paired with a mint green Kate Spade bag and peach-toned heels. The brand holds a special place in Ella's heart, especially since she and her mom, Kelly Preston, used to frequent its stores. In an interview with She Knows, Ella acknowledged Kelly and John's influence when it comes to fashion, saying, "My parents have always been fashion icons for me and for, I think, many people." Since then, the model has gone on to appear at numerous Fashion Week events, including those in Milan and Paris. More than 2 years after the release of her first single, Dizzy, Bleu Travolta dropped her debut EP, Colors of Love, in November 2024. The cover was a testament to Ella's creativity and an ode to fashion, featuring multiple shots of the singer in differently colored blazers and suit sets. The 6-song project included Little Bird, a tribute to her mom.
Sing a lullaby, it'll be alright.
The track's official video is a montage of home recordings capturing Ella's most precious moments with her mother and the rest of her family. Speaking to Today about the song's message, Ella said, "It's definitely been something that I had wanted to communicate and had been thinking about, obviously, for many years. Even though there could be so much support from everyone, it can also sometimes get in the way of how you truly feel." Although parts of the EP focus on romantic love, it wasn't a concept Ella had first-hand experience with at the time. In a 2023 interview with People, the budding singer-songwriter revealed she had yet to date anyone, noting that the project was inspired by other people's experiences. Ella had a front-row seat to lasting romance. Her parents' relationship spanned nearly 3 decades. The Travolta family is no stranger to striking magazine covers. Over the years, John and Kelly were featured on the front pages of publications across the United States and overseas, and their youngest, Ella, followed in their footsteps. Ella's own covers became a creative outlet, allowing her to showcase her style through collaborations with fellow fashion enthusiasts and renowned designers. In a November 2024 cover for Hunger magazine, for instance, Ella wore a Chanel ensemble featuring a chic tartan jacket, a little black dress with pearl detailing, and sheer tights. In the feature, Ella addressed her love for music and acting, telling the outlet the two worlds go hand in hand. As she continued to thrive in those creative pursuits, Ella's modeling career also reached new heights when she signed with London-based management company Storm Models in 2025. The firm's top-tier talent pool includes Beate Prinsloo, wife of singer Adam Levine. Working with Storm, Ella graced the covers of international magazines, including Hard Copy.
CBS News notes that Kelly Preston and John Travolta wed in 1991 after meeting on the set of the 1989 movie The Experts. Preston said on the Montel Williams show in 2003 that fellow Scientologist Kirstie Alley deserves some credit for their relationship because of a creative seating arrangement at a party.
She always wanted us together, so she sat us next to each other at the table.
By the end of the night, Preston and Travolta were dating. Scientology also played a major role in the home birth of Bleu Travolta in 2000. Preston explained to Today in 2011 that she attempted to have a Scientology-approved silent birth, which requires avoiding speaking during childbirth. But this was no easy feat by the time she reached her 13th hour of labor. She told Redbook, "It got hardcore at the end because Ella was so big." The Chicago Tribune explains that the Church of Scientology also cautions pregnant women against using painkillers during childbirth, believing both drugs and noise to have traumatic effects on babies. However, Preston admitted that she did eventually beg to be taken to the hospital to get an epidural, but it was too late at that point. According to Preston, her husband was hands-on during Ella's arrival. She told Redbook, "We pulled her out together and laid her on my chest." Despite her relatively quiet entry into the world, Ella Travolta turned out to be quite the talker. In a 2001 interview with SF Gate, John Travolta bragged about his daughter having a vocabulary of around 100 words when she was just 18 months old, including the Italian word ciao. She also met a lot of very famous people, of course. In a 2019 appearance on Jimmy Kimmel Live, Ella described her awkward encounter with Oprah Winfrey.
I actually lost my first tooth with Oprah on a boat. I think I swallowed the tooth.
You swallowed the tooth?
Maybe, so that might have not been so good, but...
Luckily, the Tooth Fairy made sure that she still got paid. Ella wasn't just meeting stars as a child, she was preparing to be one herself. She told People, "Since I was very little, I've loved performing, singing, dancing, and putting on shows at home for my family and friends." She revealed that she and her pals had their own stage to perform on at her parents' home in Maine, and they were a rather creative bunch who came up with their own original idea for a show, The Real Housewives of Maine. John Travolta recalled in a 2007 appearance on Oprah that a 6-year-old Ella asked a year earlier, "When am I going to do a movie with you?" Ella's interest in acting came at the perfect time. Not long after she spoke to her dad about it, he read the script for the Disney movie Old Dogs. Kelly Preston joined her husband and daughter in the cast, and she was impressed with how at ease Ella was in front of the camera, telling Access, "She was amazing. She loved it." Ella was 7 years old when she began shooting the movie with her parents, and she was 9 when Old Dogs hit theaters in 2009. Sadly, Ella's older brother Jet died just a few months before the movie premiere. According to The Guardian, Jet suffered a fatal seizure while the Travoltas were vacationing in the Bahamas. Even though they were grieving, the Travoltas attended the movie's premiere together. John told USA Today, "We decided it was okay to come out and promote, to introduce Ella to the world, and to give her a beautiful future in film." Ella Travolta wasn't ready to jump right into another project after the family finished filming Old Dogs. Her mom, Kelly Preston, told Access. Afterwards, she said, I think I'm gonna take a year off, have a little break." In a 2019 interview with KTLA5, Ella explained that she wanted to complete school before acting again, but this didn't mean that she stopped rubbing elbows with celebs. When she appeared on The Ellen DeGeneres Show in 2009, Ella confessed to being a major Twilight fan, so much so that she couldn't choose between Team Edward and Team Jacob. But she was firmly on Team Jacob when she learned that Taylor Lautner was going to drop by her house in 2010. Ahead of the visit, Ella and her friends did some research on Lautner and his family, who were joining the actor. John Travolta made a typical embarrassing dad move when the group arrived.
First thing he says to them is, "Oh, Ella was just looking you guys up on the internet."
Her dad didn't see anything wrong with his actions. He said that he thought Lautner would be flattered by the internet stalking. A decade after she made her big screen debut, Ella Travolta decided to get back into acting. She found herself sharing the screen with her famous father again, and their roles called for them to return to the era of John Travolta's heyday of the 1970s. In the 2019 movie The Poison Rose, he played a detective investigating a murder, not a disco king. As for Ella's role,
So I play the wife of a college football player who gets murdered, and I'm the prime suspect.
there was also a big plot twist. John explained to Extra, "She plays my daughter, but I don't know she's my daughter. Although I look at her and she looks just like me, so it's going to be hard to play that." The star-studded cast also included Morgan Freeman and Famke Janssen. Ella told KTLA5 that one positive aspect of working with her dad was that the two of them could practice their lines together at home, so they were better prepared to shoot their scenes.
Definitely. I mean, it's so fun to have this as the family business and all get to do it together.
The Travolta family suffered another tragic loss in July 2020 when Kelly Preston died from breast cancer. John Travolta shared the sad news on Instagram, revealing that Preston had the disease for 2 years and had been undergoing treatment at MD Anderson Cancer Center. He wrote, "I will be taking some time to be there for my children who have lost their mother, so forgive me in advance if you don't hear from us for a while." Ella Travolta also paid tribute to her mother on Instagram, writing in part, "I have never met anyone as courageous, strong, beautiful, and loving as you. Anyone who is lucky enough to have known you or to have ever been in your presence will agree that you have a glow and a light that never ceases to shine, and that makes anyone around you feel instantly happy." She also thanked her mom for everything she'd done for her. A month later, John shared a video of himself and his daughter paying homage to Preston in a poignant way. The actor explained that Preston loved to dance, so Ella honored her mother's memory by sharing a bittersweet dance with him. Ella had a smile on her face that appeared to waver a bit as John twirled her around. An insider described Ella's relationship with her mother to Us Weekly, saying, "Ella and Kelly were best friends and inseparable."